Hi, my name is Alex, and welcome to Learn English in Real Life. Here we don't learn English with grammar rules or boring textbook exercises. We learn English the real way, through listening, real conversation, and real-life topics. So today, let's talk about something we all face at some point in life, comparing ourselves to others. And why doing that might be the biggest thing stopping you from becoming successful. In your own way. Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at someone's life, maybe on Instagram or someone at school or work, and thought, wow, they're doing so much better than me? Maybe they're richer or more popular. Maybe they've already done something you've always wanted to do. And then you start to feel small, behind, like you're not good enough. If you've ever felt that way, you're not alone. It's a normal feeling. But the problem is, this kind of comparison can be very dangerous. It can steal your motivation, your energy, and even your self-worth. When you compare yourself to others all the time, you forget about something very important, your own story. Every person has a different journey. We all grow at different speeds. Just like trees, some trees grow tall very fast. Others grow slower, but they become stronger and live longer. Some bloom in spring, some in summer, but all of them grow in their own time. Let's think about success like this. Imagine life as a road trip. Some people drive fast, some stop to take pictures, some take the highway, some go through small roads, but everyone has their own map. The problem starts when we look at someone else's journey and say, why am I not there yet? But the truth is, you're not supposed to be there yet. You're on your own road. Also, what we see of other people is only the outside. We don't see their full story. Maybe someone is successful in business, but they feel alone at night. Maybe someone has a perfect body on social media, but they struggle with anxiety or pressure. You never really know what someone else is going through. So comparing your full, real life to their highlight reel, that's just not fair. You have strengths that others don't have. You have ideas and dreams that are unique. And if you keep comparing yourself, you might forget what makes you, you. And honestly, that's what the world needs. More people who are being true to themselves, not more copies. Now let's talk about how to stop comparing and start focusing on your own success. First, start with gratitude. I know you've heard this before, but seriously, when you take a moment to think about what you already have, your health, your family, your mind, your time, you stop looking outside. You come back to yourself. And gratitude is powerful. It reminds you that your life already has value, even if it's not perfect. Second, limit your time on social media. You don't need to quit completely, but maybe spend less time watching other people's lives and more time building your own. Create something, learn something, help someone. These things bring real joy, not likes or follows. Third, remind yourself you're still growing. Maybe you're not where you want to be yet, but that doesn't mean you won't get there. Everyone who succeeded started somewhere. Many of them started exactly where you are right now, confused, unsure, and maybe even afraid. But they kept going. That's the key. Another thing that helps, celebrate small wins. Maybe you studied English 10 minutes today. That's a win. Maybe you helped someone. That's a win. Maybe you got out of bed even though you felt tired. That's a win too. The more you recognize your own progress, the less you need to compare it to someone else's. Also, talk to yourself kindly. You know that voice in your head that says, "You're not enough." Start replacing it with a new voice, one that says, "You're learning. You're trying. You're doing your best. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep moving." And finally, and this is very important, success has many forms. Maybe for one person, success is becoming a millionaire. For someone else, it's being a good parent, or learning to cook, or traveling the world, or just being happy in the small things. So what's your version of success? Have you ever stopped to think about that? If not, take a moment today and write it down. Your answer matters. Let me share a little story. There was a woman who always compared herself to her best friend. Her friend was married, had kids, a nice house, and a big job. She felt behind in everything. But one day she decided to stop looking at her friend and start looking at her own passions. She began writing, something she always loved but never had time for. 5 years later, she was a published author, living a simple life, but feeling truly happy. Not because she caught up with her friend, but because she followed her own path. That could be you too. Maybe not as a writer, but as someone who finally chooses their own voice over other people's expectations. So here's your challenge this week. When you feel the need to compare, pause, take a breath, say to yourself, "I'm on my own journey." Focus on one thing that brings you joy or peace, even for just a moment. That's a step toward your version of success. And if you're learning English, remember, you don't have to sound perfect. You don't have to speak like a native. You just have to keep listening, keep learning, and keep speaking. Real success in language and in life comes with time, patience, and belief in yourself. Thanks for listening to Learn English in Real Life. If this episode helped you, share it with a friend who needs a little encouragement today. And don't forget, your success is yours alone. Own it, enjoy it, and never forget, you are enough exactly as you are. Goodbye.